Welcome to this Selling Travel TV presentation. It is the week of the Arabian travel market that's being held in Dubai. And today we're going to be catching up on developments in one of the smaller UAE, which is Ras Al Khaimah. So I'm delighted to welcome Raki Phillips, who's the CEO of Ras Al Khaimah's Tourism Development Authority. Welcome, Raki.
Hi, Lisa. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be on with you.
We're very envious of you being out in that nice warm weather.
Well, we can't wait to have you over and the rest of the UK population.
Please, God, please let it be soon. So to kick off, what are your hopes and any timeline for a return of, like you've just said, normal tourism conditions?
Well, Lisa, I think we're very blessed to be in the UAE. Obviously, tourism is one of the worst hit industries globally. We've seen the pandemic hit. We've seen declines of about 75% globally. But when you look at the UAE, 12% of the country's GDP is based on tourism. 750,000 employees rely on it. But I have to say, we're very lucky to be in the UAE and in Ras Al Khaimah because things have come back a lot quicker. Our lockdown was a very, very small period of time, and even the majority of 2020, we saw very minimal declines. Ras Al Khaimah as a destination saw only 25% declines, which is really a third of the global declines that were there. Our vaccinations, we have over 10 million jabs already done, and the country has a population of just over 9 million. So we're rapidly doing, I know in Ras Al Khaimah, most of our employees, I'd say over 90% have been vaccinated. We do weekly PCR testing. So I do think the recovery is going to come back strong and coming back much faster than expected. And the industry is a resilient industry. When you look at other things that have happened all over history, maybe not as bad as this, whether it's 9/11, whether it's the Zika virus, the ash clouds, I mean, you name it, you've always seen tourism bounce back as fast as possible.
Can you give us a best case scenario of when the UK will be expected over there? Do you know as yet?
Well, I'm expecting the British market travels this summer. We rely heavily on the UK market, but you have a big British population that lives and works in the UAE, and they want to go back home and see their family. I believe the UAE has done a phenomenal job with dealing with the crisis. The cases have gone down. We've got a lot of safety and security. And I know from a government perspective, we've had a tremendous amount of talks with the UK government to be able to get the UAE on the green list. And I'm optimistic that this will happen soon. Fingers crossed.
Yes, fingers crossed. At ATM, you've actually announced some really big news this week. Ras Al Khaimah have unveiled plans for a 96 million investment across more than 20 sustainable tourism initiatives. This sounds a huge commitment. Can you tell us more on this?
Yeah, absolutely. What the pandemic has taught us that even during the worst time to invest in tourism was a great thing. We improved our roads, our hiking trails, signage, safety, security, and it only made sense for us to continue doing that. Tourism is a big pillar to the emirate of Ras Al Khaimah. So what we did is, as you rightfully said, we announced our big investment into the tourism project. And these are projects that aren't futuristic, things that we don't think are going to happen. These are things that are being rolled out as we speak and should be finalized within the next 24 months. So what's unique about Ras Al Khaimah is we have three phenomenal topographies. Jebel Jais, the highest mountain in the UAE. So if we start there, we have the highest restaurant in the UAE, 1934. And we have a lot of accommodation that we're rolling. We're rolling out about 100 keys on the mountain. You start at the top, you have Earth Hotels Altitude, which is an eco-friendly pop-up style hotel that will be there, very much focused on sustainability. We also have Sage, a mountain lodge, which is a Mantis product, which is one of the Accor brands, but a phenomenal product that's going to be embedded into the topography of the mountain. We have some glamping options with the Cloud 7, a glamping option there. So that's from an accommodation perspective. And then from an attractions, we have a toboggan ride that's launching called called Jace Coaster. So that'll be, or Jace Sledder actually. You know, the names are so new to us, so we're trying to remember them all. But Jace Sledder, which is 1,865 meters, so it'll be just under a 2-kilometer sled ride, which will be great. Jace Wings, which is a paragliding experience. So that's going to be great to be able to paraglide through the Hajar Mountains. We also have a Jace Swing and numerous other attractions, as well as doing some F&B. So Jace Yard, which will be our F&B village, will be great. So that'll be launching at the base of the mountain. And then when we move away from the mountain and we start looking at things on the coast, we have in Manar Mall, we'll have Luminaise, which is an illuminated maze that will be happening, hot air balloon rides, and Flying Arch, which is an art piece that will be done. And then we've got hotels that are coming on board, which we're very excited about. But 4 hotels will open this year, including the Hampton by Hilton, which is a 515-room resort on Merjan Island, the first Hampton resort. We have the Movenpick Hotel, the Radisson, and then the Intercontinental introducing their brand into the destination.
Wow, some fantastic brands there. That's amazing. Could you possibly explain to our viewers, you've gone over the uniqueness, but could you explain to us any kind of authentic and natural, things that you can do there as well?
Yeah, so Ras Al Khaimah is the northernmost emirate, and we are the nature emirate. I mean, everyone knows the UAE and the beautiful skylines that we have. Our skyline is the mountain topography. So Jebel Jace being the highest mountain in the UAE at 1,934 meters. So from a nature perspective, you have everything that mountain tourism offers, from hiking trails to altitude to just the beautiful topography and nature. We also have the Bear Grylls survival camp. So Bear Grylls, who's everyone from the UK audience knows who he is. He opened his survival camp on Jebel Jace, and it's a great way to be able to go and be in the wilderness, know how to survive, as well as accommodation that we've provided there. But we also have the mangroves. We've got kayaking, and one of the most unique experiences we have is the Al Suwaidi Pearl Farm, which is a great cultural experience where you see how our ancestors in Ras Al Khaimah used to go out to pearl diving and come back to the emirate. Also, the emirate has 4 temporary UNESCO heritage sites, the largest amount in the entire UAE, because Ras Al Khaimah dates back to 7,000 years of history. So we have Thaya Fort, which is a beautiful, stunning fort. We have Jazeera Al-Hamra, which is an old fisherman's village that has been fully restored. So some really, really unique experiences. Apart from the sun and sand, which is what we're known for.
Absolutely. Well, you're certainly inspiring me to want to go. So I hope that's happening to our listeners as well and our readers. Could you kind of give us an indication of the importance in terms of visitor numbers and the revenue generated, obviously, of the UK market? I know you touched on it a little bit earlier, but how important is the UK market?
The UK market is extremely important. It's one of our top 3 markets into Ras Al Khaimah. Pre-pandemic, connectivity from the UK into the UAE is great. We're 45 minutes outside of Dubai International Airport, one of the busiest airports in the world, 35 minutes out of Sharjah International Airport, and we have our own Ras Al Khaimah International Airport right here in the destination. The UK market's very important to us. We offer what they're looking for: beach destinations, sun, relaxation, the freedom to be able to enjoy themselves in a safe environment. The UK market has always been good. We work very closely with all of the tour operators and the holiday makers out of the UK, and we look forward to welcoming them all back very, very soon.
So in terms of the UK market, do you have any specific plans in terms of marketing campaigns once the UK visitors get the green light to visit?
Yeah, so we have a summer campaign that's ready to launch, which is perfect for the British market, for the UK market. And basically, it's a campaign where you come, you spend a minimum of 3 nights in the destination, and you have a raffle ticket that you're able to scratch off for instant prizes. And the prizes range anywhere from a holiday to discounts at the mall to just various things to be able to experience the destination, whether it's our zip line, Suwaidi Pearl Farm, shopping sprees, as well as a package that includes Dubai Parks and Resorts tickets. So you can go and experience the theme parks with the family. It's only an hour's drive outside of Ras Al Khaimah. So lots of fun things for the UK market to be able to, that really caters to what they're looking for. And I'm sure after lockdown and everything that the world has gone through, but especially the British market, this will be a great welcomed escape.
So we've just talked about obviously the consumers, but how important is it for UK travel agents for you to encourage visitors back to the UAE and Ras Al Khaimah?
You know, when you look as the world starts to open up, not everywhere is a safe destination to travel to. In the UAE, we're blessed. We're not only safe from a security perspective, and people feel safe when they travel here, but also from the way that we've handled the pandemic and the coronavirus. So one of the things that I can tell you is over 90% of our employees are fully vaccinated with both jabs. They do weekly PCR testing, but also for any travelers that are here, we offer them complimentary PCR testing before they go back to the destination. So we work very closely with the tour operators to make sure that we offer competitive rates, attractive offerings, and a safe and secure travel environment.
Finally, could you tell us a couple of your own favorite experiences in Ras Al Khaimah, and perhaps
Sure.
an inside tip or something that readers could pass on to their clients to encourage them?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm a bit of an adventurer, and I like the adrenaline rush. So I will tell you, we have the Jebel Jais flight, which is the longest zip line in the world. But we recently launched the Jebel Jais tour, which is actually 7 zip lines onto 9 platforms, and it's an hour-and-a-half experience. So you get to get a bird's eye view of the entire mountain. So that is my favorite attraction. But I would want to combine it with a hiking trail. So there's some of the wadis and the valleys that we have. You can walk in, you can explore the caves with some of our phenomenal, well-trained tour guides that would be able to show you. And it just is really a great experience. And then at the end of it, I go to one of our resorts, particularly the Waldorf or the Ritz-Carlton, have a nice dip in the pool, relax, and enjoy a wonderful experience.
Oh, sounds heaven.
Good. Well, we can't wait to see you here, Lisa.
Great. Well, I can't wait. So I hope that Raki has whetted your appetite on why you should be recommending Ras Al Khaimah and who to sell it to. So thank you so much, Raki. And I really hope that you enjoy the rest of Arabian travel market. And hopefully I'll see you out there next year.
Thanks, Lisa. Looking forward to it.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.